another car. So there's another one. Well, that's an old car. Car to the right. Car upside down. Right there. Car number 8 has now come out of the river. 31 cars in total found. Man, it still looks like there might be 2 side by side. What in the world was that? It was huge. Alright, looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 magnets in here. So we came down to the area with the main intention of looking for Julie. Julie went missing January of this year, 2024. Now, she was last picked up on camera leaving her mom's house after she came home, dumped her purse out, left a $100 bill at home, left 3 uncashed checks, and she also left her phone. Leaving her phone behind is what's very uncharacteristic of her. Now, the caregiver for her mom says that Julie has done this before, that she's left before, but she's never left without her phone. So very, very odd. So the first couple of days that we were in the area, we were looking closer to the Clarksburg boat ramp. We did that for the first 4 days, and in the process, we ended up finding Carmen Nilsson, who had been missing since 2016. There's a lot more area up there by Clarksburg to the Freeport Bridge that we could be searching as well. But what if she decided to go south on I-5 just a little bit, head down to Thornton, cut across to Walnut Grove, which is this town right down here. You can kind of see it in the far distance by the cell phone towers, and then take a nice drive along River Road. I'm gonna go clear my head or just enjoy, go enjoy the river. Now, last night we started our scan. We ended up finding 4 vehicles. We dove on all 4 of them first thing this morning. We ended up pulling out 1 pickup truck. None of them were the Toyota Camry. I'm in the area with the main intention of Julie being the newest. Let's bring Julie home. And so for the rest of today, what I want to do is only mark and identify any vehicles that I feel are going to be a Toyota Camry. If I feel like it's not a Toyota Camry, I'm going to GPS its location, I'm gonna put it on my Star Topo map, and we're gonna come back to it another time when we're in the area to see if it might be Yuri, or it might be, somebody that's not even in the missing persons reports that we have, and see if we can solve a case.
For families who have all but given up on finding their loved ones, this team is a last hope. Civilian divers cracking cold cases for free.
All right, so that looks to be more of a boxy 4-door car, not a Camry, like a Ford LTD or something. There's another car, back up to it, and we might have another one beyond that too. I think with this intersection, think about that. That's all they have to stop somebody from coming in. This one does not appear to be a Camry when I'm looking at it. Actually, it could be upside down. Let's identify if it's upside down or right side up. So if it's right side up and we don't have wheels, yeah, now I can see the wheel wells facing down. Kind of looks like a Cybertruck is the funny thing about it. Somebody dumped their Cybertruck in here already. Anyway, it looks as though the vehicle's been down in here for 20 or 30 years. It's already like disintegrating, coming apart. All right, there's a better shot for you. Oh yeah, see the roof is already gone of it? All you can see was like the doors of it. And then I might have another one out here also. So there's another one. What is that one? So, oh, you know, we're looking for a Astro minivan too, but this is a pickup truck. So there's a truck, 4-door pickup with a sunroof on it. 4-door pickup on its wheels, 25 feet deep, 50 feet from shore. All right, so now the next two cars are out here a little further. So that's an old car. Old car on its wheels. Top is missing for the most part. Right there. So that car is upside down. That one we might have to investigate. Let's see what we can figure out. I feel like it's older, but could be newer. If I can identify that it's upside down. If it's right side up, no. Because then that just means it's destroyed. But if I can identify, like you said, upside down. Tell me what you think on that one. Looks like a wheel. Yeah, there's a wheel there. But is it newer or is it older? That's what I can't tell. Alright, there it is. Alright, magnets at 8 feet. Behind the boat. There we go. And it should hit it right there. There we go. That's on it. This one is upside down, about the same size as a Camry. Period. We need to dive this one. Hashtag dive. That looks like a car upside down. Older, newer, can't not tell. Hit it at some different angles here. Upside down, does not appear to have been under the water for too long because it's still sitting up on top. If I had to choose one or the other between the two that we've just seen, I would choose this one. Oh yeah. I would say that's the size of a Camry. There we go. That's a solid lock.
Doesn't look solid.
Well, it felt like look at it just bouncing on it. All right, there we go. There's a solid lock there. That one, I'm just really interested in that one. Right there. What is it? Is it a car or is it a boat? It kind of looks like a boat. So I really can't tell what it is. Old truck or old car. Got to be a car, upside down, right there. All right, what do you think that car is? That could be a Camry as well, huh? It's upside down. Upside down one's hard to tell. Kind of by that flat rock with the bush next to it. All right, so there it is. Yeah, look at that car. Yeah, it's 14, 15 feet in length. Yep, that's on the car. All right, let's run that to shore. So this plays into my whole theory of her coming down I-5, hitting this road. I'm gonna hit River Road and head back up for a drive. And off into the water. Did you know that we're also looking for, this one popped up, an RV with a car as well? Well, the car was following the RV. They seem to be a boyfriend-girlfriend, but the entire RV is missing. Now, the thing about an RV in the water, nothing's gonna be left with the RV, in my opinion. Because RVs are pretty much made out of balsa wood and hope. Toothpicks. They're just gonna crumble and come apart. So I don't expect to find what you would think is gonna be a full boxy RV underwater. A bus, yeah, but not a full RV. All right, so this is what? Yeah, I mean, I can't tell with the wheel there. The wheel's sticking up a lot further, so I almost want to say like it's a pickup truck that's upside down because of how high the wheels are sticking up, but I don't know. But I don't feel like it's a Camry. All right, there's a good profile view of it. I feel like it's a truck upside down.
It seems too tall to be a Camry unless it's sitting on a log.
Yeah, because it's like 6 feet tall. All right, so let's just log this one. Let's call that our last one for now. And we'll pick this up in a bit. And I think what we'll do is dive on those 3 vehicles that we feel could be a Camry and just might be Julie. Thank you, sir. Oh, I'm so hot. I gotta cool down a moment before I get in the boat and cook a little bit more.
License plate on Julie is SBJ 4515.
I'm not looking for a Ford today, for a car. Driver's window is down. Seatbelt is not engaged. Full tilt. Driving down here 25 years. If we can find a model number on it or a license plate. No plate on the front. And no plate. This is it's a Mustang. So a blue Mustang LX.
Blue Mustang LX, upside down. Probably been down there, I'm gonna say 25, 30 years is my guess, and no plate. So no plate is probably indicative of either a stolen vehicle or that other divers have been on it before. So That's what I have on that one. Oh, that's why you don't pull it like that, like I completely destroyed it. I have to get more of those.
Why'd you do that?
Because sometimes I'm not very smart. And my wife will tell you that too.
Just sometimes though?
Yeah, normally all of you agree with like one another on that. So I'm glad that I can help you guys agree on one thing in common. Oh, this is getting bad for worse.
That's beautiful, Jared.
Thank you.
It's perfect. Perfect.
Looks like a fish.
Supposed to be rolling it up, not making art.
Fish art. All right, stuff this pile of whatever I just made behind you. This is like your son's art project that you don't want to hang on the fridge, but you need to. No, it's gonna fall apart on you. Ready? All right, there you go.
Beautiful.
Alright, like I said, this is going to be my most probable on this one that I'm going to say, but you think the other one?
To me, they all look pretty probable. I mean, they're all six. It's hard to tell when they're upside down. I mean, they were all the right length. This one, you could see a little bit of the body, and it looked like kind of that early 2000s rounded Camry look.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's really hard to tell because so many cars look like that.
Alright, we have a white car, Chevy. This is not the car we're looking for, but let's see what we have on it. I don't think I'm looking for a white Chevy. No plate on it. Oh, no, we do have a plate. Okay. Oh, man, this is brand new. Camaro? Is that it? It is. Windows are down on the driver's side. Alright, passenger side window down.
Alright, white Chevy Camaro. Newer. We gotta write this down. 9 DFE 486. I think that if the other one is not Julie, then we'll rig this one for Mickey over at A1. I think it'd be a good one to take out because it's so new. Frame is good. It's not gonna fall apart on us at all. Whoa. Definitely not the best hiking shoes for sealing rocks, but they'll be tonight. Okay.
Alright, here's the car. There's the other car. It's taking apart. Not the car we're looking for. Yeah, 30 years or so. No point on this one. No markings. Yeah, super old. Big bumper. Look at that big bumper that sticks out there. Maybe one of you can comment if you know what that bumper is.
Super old, upside down, probably 40 years or more. I got some good video of the bumper, if anybody can identify where that bumper is. All the wheels are just steel wheels. There's no hubcaps, no markings anywhere. And other than that, it's too old for us to drag out for any convenience to clean up. So I think what we're gonna do is let's go ahead, head back. We'll hook up the Camaro, undress, and then let's go run the river for like another hour or two this evening and see what we can do to locate some more targets that might be Julie.
I'm really happy with that.
I'll take care of that for tonight. Alright, so we're only about 100 feet away from the last car that we found, then we'll pick up our search from there. So let's put the sonar down and start our scan from here. There's a car to the left there. So let's go check that one. Might have two cars, but I think just one. What I'm looking at is this car right here. And then right next to it, looks like there might be a second one right there. So it makes it kind of hard to see the shore now at night, doesn't it? So if I can have the spotlight, that's gonna help me out. All right, so here's the car. So let's turn around, identify that. What I'm identifying is how far from shore I am and if I have any identification markers. All right, it's to the left a little bit there. And it still looks like there might be two side by side. All right, so there's one. Can't tell how long that one's been there. Maybe a couple of years. I don't think it's a Camry, but you never know. Maybe two, I mean, there might be a second car there, but I don't think there's a second car. I think it's just the way that the sand is built up there. I don't think it's a Camry. I think this has been down here too long.
How quick do you think silt would cover a car in this river? I mean, there's tons of barge traffic, so there's lots of water movement.
I mean, I get that. I mean, it's really hard to say because take, for example, where we're looking for Savannah Hell in Shreveport, Louisiana. There's this one canal that we go into. I think it's called a 10-mile or 12-mile bayou or something like that. And there's a little offshoot that we've been in a couple of times. And sometimes it's been 13 feet deep, and then other times our motor is dragging and we can't even get into it. What in the world was that? It was huge.
Yeah, that's the second one. Did you not hear the one like 15 minutes ago?
Yeah, what is it?
Big fish?
Is it a fish or an alligator?
Might be an alligator, actually. Don't they come out to chill at night?
Yeah, there's no alligators in Sacramento.
Yeah, there are, aren't they?
No.
Yeah, Matt was telling us it was either a gator or a crocodile. No, it has to be a gator, not a...
Not in Sacramento. There's no crocodiles or alligators in California. Look it up. Now they do have the sea lions. Remember that last time we were here?
7-foot alligator found along Sacramento River.
Shut up, really?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, maybe.
7-foot alligator ends up in American River and no one knows how it got there.
Well, they never found it, so now it's longer. Now it's 13 foot.
Wildlife officials believe it may have possibly been someone's pet and just outgrew its owner. The guy who found it next to a sailor bar.
Oh,
Fair Oaks.
100% the sailors were responsible for what took place there. See, this is why we need a spotlight so we don't run. I can't just go based on how far from shore I am. We got docks and stuff out here. I could run you into a dock at night. Yeah, take a look at the live there. Is that a vehicle? Yeah, it's a vehicle. So it's like a Jeep Wrangler maybe. It appears to be a Jeep Cherokee or something. There is a memorial cross up above on the road, period. Could be associated with it, period. There's another cross. Look, 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 there's another cross. I wonder if we'll hit another car right here. No, I didn't see another car, so they must have gotten that one out, or somebody just drowned. You know, this whole scanning at night, when it's only like 80, so much nicer. What's our temp right now?
81. So much better than the 104 it was earlier. Dude, it felt like we were in an oven. So what's the plan for the next 2 days?
We're gonna pack the boat up tonight. We're going to then meet up with the tow truck at 8 a.m. and then we are heading north to Garcia Boat Launch and Stan's Marina. So we're gonna scan both of those to see if by chance Julie ended up at a boat ramp. I'm not saying that this is a on purpose scenario, but I'm not ruling it out. We never rule anything out. And then if we don't find her at one of those boat ramps, we're heading downriver to Freeport, which is, I'm told it's only like a mile or two down the river, but everybody has a different sense of what distance actually is around here. And we're gonna follow up on the story of John Atkins and Bobby's grandma.
Yeah, she always remembers the night that he disappeared here in the splash. Because she swore that he went through.
But all of this for John is also in the same territory as where Julie's at. And then we have these other people that overlap. So we will see if we can find John tomorrow and Julie tomorrow. That looks like a SUV. Definitely not a Camry. Appears to be an SUV, period. It is on its wheels. Somebody's trap they just got tangled up in. It's numbered, so probably crawdad trap is my guess. Oh, there's another one. So they're dropped. There's one there, one there. You know, I'm looking for a white Pathfinder also. That's that, what are we hitting? Oh, shoot. Run into another one of those. The white Pathfinder is the restaurant guy out of Sacramento.
What's his story?
He had been working on his restaurant, getting ready to open it, and then he went missing like the week before or something like that. Let's see, Moreno was last seen having lunch at 524 restaurant at Northgate Boulevard in Sacramento, California, at approximately 11:45 a.m. on August 6th, 1998. So he's been missing for 26 years now. Moreno was scheduled to open his new restaurant, El Manson Rio, in the 2100 block. 2 days before his disappearance, he had borrowed heavily to finance the restaurant and had been working towards its opening for 4 years. It was sold to another owner after his disappearance, and it was renamed. Authorities said that Moreno withdrew $200 from his bank account, so that's not enough to skip the country or live on or get very far. But the remainder of his funds were untouched. He also left $800 on his bedroom dresser the day he disappeared. His credit cards and cell phone have not been used since August of 1998. His family does not believe he left on his own accord. He is twice divorced, but he had good relations with both of his ex-wives, and his loved ones do not believe he would have abandoned his elderly parents, teenage daughter, and 11 siblings. Now, Moreno's white 1997 Nissan Pathfinder may have been seen traveling south on Interstate 99 between Stockton and Modesto, California on August 7th, 1998, one day after he was last seen. It is not known if the vehicle actually belonged to Moreno. Moreno had never been seen again, and the Pathfinder has not been located. His case remains unsolved. Alrighty, well, let's see how close we are to the bridge. We might turn around here where the power lines are at. Yeah, we're still a ways down. Alright, let's call it good then. You good with that? Just 10:20 right now. Let's hit the river here, and we'll see you in the morning.
There's the Camaro.
What?
The Camaro's right there.
Where? Oh, right there. Hey, the Camaro floated to the surface. I just found it right there. Oh, never mind, that's a cop car.
That was perfect.
That wraps up another episode where, again, we could not have done this without you. So car number 8 has now come out of the river, 31 cars in total found, 1 missing person. We still have a day and a half left here in California. We're gonna see what we can do to make a difference because of all of you. We'll see you on the next one. Okay, it drops out. There we go. And there is a car right there, I think. Oh my goodness, 1, 2, 3, 4 cars right there. 5 cars. 6 cars, 7 cars. Oh my gads. 8 cars. 9 cars, 10 cars. $11 cars. Okay, well, I didn't plan on being at this location as long as I guess we're going to be now. 1 car, 2 cars. There's 1 on its side, 3 cars. There's another one right next to it, 4 cars. 5 cars, 6 cars, 7 cars. This is the same car. 8 cars, 9 cars, 10 cars.